Jai Bhim, everyone. Myself, Dr. Ajay Kumar Kohli,
And I am Dr. Kiran Kohli.
and today we are here to celebrate the first anniversary of our institute, which is SARA Institute, and which is short form for Savitribai Ramabai Institute of Data Science. So we founded this institute in 2023 April, and we started the class on 5th of April. And today we completed 1 year. So and we planned a like our focus is on the data science. So today we have invited a famous data scientist, Neha Urade. Thank you, Neha, madam, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, Ajay, for this opportunity. So, Jai Bhim all, Namo Buddhaya. I am Neha Urade, and I am here to bring my story, or you can say my life journey. Thanks, thanks to this power couple, Dr. Kiran and Dr. Ajay. They chose me to be the part of this celebration of completion of 1 year. So many heartily congratulations to Dr. Kiran and Dr. Ajay for this 1 year completion of SARA, and also congratulations to be blessed with a beautiful baby girl, Kiara. So let me take this thing ahead. Dr. Kiran and Dr. Ajay, they need no introduction, right? They are the shining stars from the community. I remember at this time last year, I had a conversation with Ajay, and how passionate he was about this initiative, every setup called SARA. And later, I was very happy to know that his dedication and his passion was equally shared by Dr. Kiran, his better half, his partner in this beautiful journey of paying back to society. So thank you once again, guys, for making me part of this, and I'm really obliged to address you. So about myself, I will keep it very simple and very kind of heart-to-head conversation, like what Ajay asked me to do. So first, also I would to to thank Ajay and Nelson that they chose women's voice to be the part of the celebration rather than men, which is really acknowledged, and which is a very rare thought. I would say the rarest thought anyone can have. So let me speak about Sarah. I don't know for Sarah. I would say I'm very hopeful, and I would like Sarah. Is like successfully committed and dedicated to the people. Like it's very rare. Like you are bringing the latest technology, and enlightening about people. Being PhD scholars, doctorates, and still they chose to select this platform, called SARA, to educate our people, educate the children from the society, and help them to learn the technology. It's a very rare thought, and like I appreciate this thing. So about me, Ajay told me to give a small introduction about me. So I'll just tell you, okay. So I'm working as I missed my introduction. So I'm working as a data scientist since last six and a half years. Currently, I'm working for MNC called Collabra Digital. It is based out of Bangalore. Okay, and my current client is Tata Digital, and I'm working on different technologies, GenAI, LLM, which is obviously a part of LLM. So it's just a small, I won't go much depth into with us. So it's just a small introduction about me. So Ajay asked me to share my life journey, my entire life journey as a student, as college, later my preparations and my experience as a data scientist and overall journey of being a successful data scientist. So I would love to do that. Thanks for this opportunity once again. I would love that my story somewhere inspires, people, inspire people to take this path and, to go ahead with this. Of course, we all are here from the community to help you guys. So starting with me, um, okay, so I was born in an Ambedkarite Buddhist family, so like it's natural, to have the impact of Ambedkar ideology and Buddha ideology on us. And my mother, especially, the contribution this goes to my mother. My mother was a teacher in a government school, so she was more connected and more related to the roots, like, and to the ideologies what Ramai had or what Savitri Mai had. So it was like since very, these ideologies, be it through her teachings or be it through the books, which, always played a very important part. Whatever celebrations we had, whatever festivals we had, like be it 14th April or be it any random visits to, Chandrapur, Diksha Bhumi, which is my hometown, or Nagpur, Diksha Bhumi. It has been always incomplete, without purchase of the books based on these great people that, what we can say the Mahatmas we call. So this is how it was in my childhood. I'll say my parents, my both parents, they were first generation learners. And most of the people in Maharashtra, who are in 60s, 70s, usually they are first generation learners, thanks to, Baba Sahib's work, social and, Dhamma work in Maharashtra. So my parents were very privileged, not privileged, I would say, but privileged enough to acquire, the education. So they were the first learners from their family, both of them, and they're the first generation government servants, coming from this respective family. But we were always we can say connected to the roots. Like my mom never failed to tell me the story how my grandmother, like my mother's mother, she used to work as a help, do that jharu pucha in every house, but to make sure to teach teach her children, and land them in good government jobs. Also, a big case of my father, who's a bankman, but it's still fresh to my mind, the story he told, like how his father was in debt, and still his father was saying, "Don't call my son. He's having his." My father was studying in a city in Chandrapur, and my grandfather, he was land labor in a farm. He was working on a rented farm. So he is like, no, don't call my son. He's studying there. He's studying. Let him come with exams. Don't distract him. It will hamper his exams. Let him know about my death. Once he's back to the village and he explores. Let his studies not be hampered. So, yes, they did have, we still had like the roots, what we can say, they had these freshened memories how their parents struggled, they were, we can say, the affected by this casteism or wealth, not in a bad form of distribution due to the casteism. They did that, they fought and they come back. So my brother and I, obviously, we are born in a very privileged society, or we can say in a privileged family, privileged society. We got, studied in a good convent. So we used to thought, I was like always occupied with these Brahman Baniya people around me. So I always thought कि नहीं यार, casteism is a form of past. पहले होता होगा, parents के time पे अभी नहीं होता है. But also I never, because of the privileges. And second thing is like I have been always, one of the topmost students in my class. When I was studying in the convent. So at that time, I think around 10 years ago or something, like studying in a convent was also a privilege, to be very honest. And um, like I was like one of the good students. So I never felt that way. मतलब वो लगता ही नहीं था कि अरे ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? People used to roam around me and blah blah blah. So I was like under that a deception kind of a thing. नहीं यार ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. But yes, at the same time, visiting their houses, my friends' houses, always made me uncomfortable. मतलब, I was never comfortable visiting them for playing or their birthday parties, whatever it was. So I used to thought ki, arey, because the way we ate were different, the clothes we wear were different, everything was like very different. So I thought ki that thing must be due to that uncomfortableness must be due to the class difference. But who knew? Later, I realized it wasn't the class difference; it was the caste difference. I will love to call them the so-called difference in the oppressor caste and the oppressed class. So it will always be there, and it was there. I failed to identify that. Now I understand, but yes, it was there. So later I went to the college. Actually, one more privilege is like if you are born in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, like the Baba Sahib's work here. So our people here, they are quite penetrative in all the aspects, be it social, economical, cultural. You will find our people in every aspect, be it class one officers and everywhere. So we can say the thing called casteism, I will say casteism. I will say active casteism is really not happening here. It will never happen here because our people were very vocal and they are very penetrative. They are everywhere. They are lecturers, they are class one officers, they are class two officers. They are everywhere. So no one bothers to do that. But when it comes about passive casteism, yes, passive casteism, which is not direct, and people do that to you, but you don't even recognize, अरे यार ये हो रहा है मेरे साथ casteism हो रहा है. So this thing happened, they do happen, and our people fail to recognize that. But fine. So that is what I have experienced in my college days, I would say, and yeah, in many visible, invisible forms. But ठीक है, even I failed to acknowledge that, okay, these things happen. College days just went by, and then I realized I started exploring more about Baba Sahib, Buddha, and then I realized this thing I always say to each and everyone, and maybe I will repeat it, as a tagline. But the only wealth our people have is the education. Is the only education. Education is the only reason we can forward this casteism. We can progress. So education in any form, be it any form, be it college education, be it any technical education, whatever it is, education is the only remedy. Education is the only key we have for the growth and for the progress. So as Baba Sahib, always say, whoever studies, whoever gets education, like it's like erodes, like it's like a milk of tigers, and he or she erodes, right? So, sorry, I couldn't put it in better words. I'm so sorry for that. But I hope you are trying to get my point. So, my parents were able to give me, my brother, a very good life, thanks to their privileges, the privileges of getting education, right? I'm able to speak in this language, in this English to you guys. I'm able to face like a lot of people confidently. The reason here is somewhere lies with education, the privileges, the what part of the society you are. So I think the credit goes to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. He is at the top of the hierarchy in that he is there. He studied that. The reason my parents studied, and my parents studied as the reason I studied. We studied. Our generation is studying. Okay, our common generation is studying. So that's why they have a tagline for Baba Sahib as well. Like we are because he was definitely he is the top of the hierarchy now. He's father for all of us. And I keep on taking his name because I don't know. I have recommendable respect. I see him more like my father figure. Like I don't know. I don't even have words to express my feelings, my love for Baba Sahib Ambedkar. They are like full of love. Even if if try to measure it, capturing the entire cosmos, entire galaxy, it's it's even that will be less. That can be a yardstick to measure that. So after my college days, I did my master's in statistics, and then I didn't know what to do. So I was preparing for my civil services, and also meanwhile I was working as a faculty at a private institute. So I don't know my life where my life was going. It was good. It was like okay, but it was somewhere like very stagnant. It was very monotonous. I thought I should be doing something very different. Means maza nahi aa raha tha. I was like I was losing something. It was like monotonous. Nothing was on what I can say. वो sense of satisfaction नहीं था. I wasn't having that satisfaction working as faculty and teach what is preparing for civil services, which I literally lost hope. Then what happened is कि I was once I was in it was a random call from one of my friends, South Indian friend. He's a very good friend of mine, and we had a long conversation. So I was always fascinated with this thing called AI and the way it was changing the world. It was like I should keep following the articles, read many things associated with it from the many renowned article pages like the Medium or Analytics. We have many interesting channels or magazines related to it. Completely dedicated to it. They are very fascinating. So one thing would happen ki, so when I was speaking to Shravan, we had a long conversation on with AI, and he was like, Neha, you should try this. You keep, following this thing. You have good interest in AI, and you should make good. And he was like, Arey yaar, what you are doing, you're wasting your life. You should make good use of your intelligence. And I found it very offending and like insulting. Yaar, kya bol raha hai ye? I should make good use of my intelligence. Means what? So it's like that time, and then I started researching about. Uh, but after that, at the same this happened, my then boyfriend, like his cancer now. So he was like, you have like that strong thing, strong, real, what we can say. I'm not getting the word that you should be something in a very technical field, like in a AI field, based on your interest or based on the research you do, your uh, explorations on things like what is going on. Like I usually used to follow up and things. So like, yeah, you are wasting your time. You shouldn't be here. You should be something. You should be something there. So at this moment, I gave it a thought. नहीं यार बात तो सही बोल रहा है. That is it is the reason. Thank you so much, Vishal. He is the reason why I made a switch for this career transition in my life. So, and at times, what I've realized is it's the people around you, if they are very positive, they are very optimistic for you, they are very positive for you, and they are very well wishers. It's like you are very fortunate, you are very lucky. The real wealth is not the money, but the real wealth is the people around you, what kind of company you keep. There are people who can drag you back, pull you back, but there are people who can support you. So I've always been surrounded with that sort of people. I'm really blessed in that, and they are the reason. So the transition, took place. I did some research on statistics. Then I thought, I will be choosing data science as a career. Data science plus AI. Somewhere AI was not much in the market, but yeah, evolving. It was not evolving for good, of course. So I made I joined institute. I joined institute, and I found many good friends, smart friends, I would rather say, and very good, helpful trainers who helped me with everything. I was new to this coding stuff. They helped me with the Python coding. They helped me with resume preparation, be it interview sessions, with each and everything. They were very cooperative. Even I was blessed in that, and this was my transition mode. So like be it teamwork, keeping smart company, your dedication, your hard work is a perfect recipe for any kind of success one desires in life. So I would say like learn from like my goal from life since I was a teenager is like uh, learn from each and everything you can from whoever you can from wherever you can, be it a person, be it a situation, be it any circumstances, good bad, always find your teacher in that. It will never let you down, and it will always help you to learn lessons that will be like um be helpful to you in any aspect of life, in certain time of life, that will help you, to be very honest. So keep learning, keep exploring, because as I say, education is the only wealth we people have, and education is the only thing which can, medicine remedy the situation, we had since, and we have been facing since generation. My hard work, my eagerness to learn, my consistency, and the blessed opportunities. Obviously, opportunities make a very good role in what we are like is what have landed me in this good position now, I would say. Uh, what's next? Like now I'm in this part of my life where I think I'm good enough. I'm good enough to myself pay back to society. So yes, so I've decided to pay back to society, to enlightening the people, enlightening the I would say the upcoming generations like you about the technology, helping you guys learn, or helping the people who are making our children, our people, learn, get enlightened about different technologies, and understand and be a part of this inflow stream, this current stream of the tools and technologies we are using, the whole world is using. And I want our people to be a part of that, definitely be part of that. And mm, I would say, it's like more like a request to me, for the people from the community to make use of opportunities like what Sara is providing. What people like Dr. Kiran, Dr. Ajay are providing. They are making, they are paying back to society. They are making good use of their education, to enlighten the people. It's like they are like a candle, which will be entering all the other candles. So if their work is recommendable, it's highly commendable. So make use of such opportunities, which is very people are literally spending lakhs on such technologies, lakhs on these data science courses, algorithms, and other stuff related, revolving in and around data science. So I think our people, especially who can't afford, it's a very good opportunity, to learn and to be part of Sara, and to be the part of what world is into now, what world is revolving around. And yes, my special message is, or you can say, my special request for the girls: the start taking your career very seriously, women. Yeah, because uh, mm, I'll say having a great career and having a good independent financial life is the best feeling you girls will ever have. Being a girl, I'm 100% sure of this. I'm speaking on my um, my experience. I will say, put it in very simple words. Just take your, I'm putting in very simple words, very straightforward way. Take your careers very seriously, very, very seriously, and keep inspiring the young girls, young minds, since their childhood. Be it, your nephew, be your nieces, or your children in your neighborhood, whoever it is, get educated and also help them get education. This is very important, because even Baba Sahib says, the progress of any society is marked by the progress, of the women from that very base community. right? So we have to speed up, acknowledge the fact and stand for yourself. I know things are not easy, for women folks in society, but we have to give it a fight, and we have to give up the things which is pushing us back, be it social responsibilities, be it whatever. Stand for yourself, fight and get education, get a good career, be it anything. And like for example, like many people, many young girls, parents uh, don't like spending, like they prefer to spend on girls' marriage rather than girls' education. I've seen many people in Maharashtra, not our people, but people from other communities, especially Savannah people, have this kind of mentality. Like they prefer to spend on girls' marriage and boys' education. So I think this should be called out. This should be really cancelled. Get education, fight for that. And I can see every woman from the community has Sara inside her. They are blessed to have a career, secure their life, mm, and also like not kidding, but I think the girls in our community are smarter than the boys. So yeah, it's just an observation. Like no offense, guys, but just a comment. So let's move to it's a short about like my story and me as a data scientist, and let's talk about data science as a career. So what is data science? I will put it in very simple terms because Ajay warned me yesterday to be very simple, that people are very, very naive, very basic. So ऐसा समझो like you are teaching to the you are telling it to the kids, small kids. I will put it I try to keep it in very simple language. ठीक है? Or in case you guys need more help related to this, more explorations, what it is about. Dr. Ajay is there, Dr. Kiran is there, and obviously I'm always part of SARA. I'll be there to help you to understand things, how things work, and even if you are choosing this career, how what steps to take, we will be there till end. No one will be leaving you. Because obviously, as I say, we are here to pay back to society. So education, contributing directly, educating children, and if not directly, contributed indirectly, like donating to the institutes like SARA, or other people from the community who are working for our people, is the best way to pay back to society. But I think education, rather than be it providing meals or shelter, education is something which will I can say never let you down. कहीं ना कहीं लाइफ में काम आ ही जाएगा, पड़ी हुई चीज है. So no matter भले एक टाइम खाओ, but get educated, focus on your career, and keep learning, keep exploring things. So as a data science, I will say, as a data scientist, I'm not bagging, I'm not boosting, but my experience as a data science, it wasn't much time that data science has been in market. It's not even 10 years. I will say it's around like 5 to 6 years. So data science is the one of the hottest profession, in demand, and obviously they come back with a good payment. They pay really well in this thing. You are freshers, so even the freshers you are, they are getting well paid as compared to other software jobs. Okay, so why data science? So why data science is like, unlike software developers, data science is somewhere which is required in each and everything, be it pharma, be it medical, be it banking, finance, be it digital. Like in every sector, they require data scientists in every sector. So this is the reason, we have good opportunities for data scientists and good jobs for the data scientists. It's like a detective work. It's like you have data for certain company or sales data or blah blah blah, any data, and you collect the data, you analyze, and it's just some basic things, and you have some algorithms related to it. Um, so there are many tools and technologies, related to this, but I won't go into that part. That is Ajay's work. So he's best person for this. He will take you, take you through all this. This is the like he will teach you. But there are many Python, many coding languages like Python, R. I think Ajay is well versed with R. So He's the best person you can learn from. So I'm just giving you an idea what world is into now, and what you should be part of, why you should be a part of it, because it's the world is changing a lot, with a very high speed. Every another month there is something new in the market, some new skills, some new tools, some new technology. Even we don't know, and we are like, "Arey, ye kab aaya? Arey, ye kab aaya?" So things are evolving at a very faster, and when compared to that, we are doing nothing. To be very honest, even I'm doing nothing. I feel like that. So I think we should. I'm not saying be materialistic, run after that. It's not that, but I think we should follow. What is going on in the world, what the world is doing. Right? We should learn the technologies. We should be the part of this upstream where the world is going, because this is what Baba Sahib always asked us to do. He wanted us to be part of science and technology. I wanted our people to have the always have the scientific approach for this.
Neha,
So that's the yeah.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. Let's continue with the second part because I think the time is
Second,
right, है ना? So let's
yep, we can
just
continue. So we were discussing about data science, why data science, and why we should be opting for data science. So as I said, the world is moving, the world is changing very fast, and we should always aim high. Like Baba Sahib says, low aim is a crime, right? So we should aim high. We should aim, we shouldn't aim to be, like class three officer or clerk. But why shouldn't we aim high? We should, right? Because there are people in the society, like Dr. J, Dr. Kiran, like me, and there are many other fellows like who 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 have achieved, education, who have achieved some success, and they want, the other people from the community to climb up this ladder, so and they are helping, directly, indirectly, in any in many ways they are helping. Like I will take a basic, case of Nilesh Kapura. He's from the community, and he's from Mumbai. So he's studied from Marathi medium, school, and he lives in a slum in a very small area with a one room. Is with his mother. He's not even having his father. His mother, she works as a help, in some in the societies. So that is how he is born, born and brought up. But he was always very fascinated with books, reading books, and on the technical aspects. So I've always seen him posting about his reviews on whatever English books he have read. That I've helped him to work on his English. Yes, guys, work on your English. I emphasize, no matter what people say, Marathi is best, your mother tongue, this, that. Guys, you can rule the world, and you can win anything and everything if you're good in communication in English. That is the language, that is a global language. That is the language in which the entire world speaks. So please work on your communication skills. Work on your English. And I think even SARA Institute offers good English classes, conversation, English communication classes. So you can grab that opportunity and work on your English communication skills. I'm not emphasizing any kind of mother language. I'm not into it because I know, what will be reason behind your success, what will help you to climb the ladder, and that is nothing but your English speaking skills. Definitely they will help you in many ways, in whatever, like whichever field you are. So I completely emphasize on that. So, second thing, I think I was highlighting about data science and this technology. So, yes, we shouldn't aim low. We should always aim high, no matter what. We will achieve, we won't achieve. That is a different thing. That is a completely different thing. We should be, the first thing is that our people don't even think on grasping systems. क्या ये data science क्या होगा इससे अरे बहुत कुछ होगा because that is what the world is into. That is what the mainstream is into. So बहुत कुछ होगा. You'll be learning many good technologies, what world is doing, many good tools, many new things about statistics. You would have never seen, maths, figures, or statistics in this new way. It is very exciting and very passionate way of exploring, what I can say, statistics and data. So, yes. So again, if you say why data science, I can give you, being a data scientist, I can give you like 100 more good reasons why data science, and why you should give it a try. You should take it, take it seriously as a career, because for data scientists, I told you it's not been long. The data science field, the data science practices are into market. Like earlier, we had some data analysts or business analysts, which you can have, which is hardly exists now. It was replaced by data sciences, because it's like another way they work with, data statistics, with analysis. Plus, they are also into model building, and many other things like that, which is continuously, evolving at a very greater speed. So I would say like it has replaced many jobs, and I did some basic, statistics search research on you. So like jobs, data scientist jobs in I think 2022 were like around 1 lakh 80, well, like approximately 1 lakh 70,000 jobs in the world, only for data scientists. 1 lakh 70,000 guys. Plus, it's a very huge number, very huge requirement in the market. Second, yeah, this requirement in 2023 rose by, 35%. Because there were 35% hike on these numbers. Like you can say in 2023, calculate 1 lakh 70,000, 35% added on 1 lakh 70,000. So that was the requirement now. And 2024, they say it was 50% more, hike on the requirement of data science. And most of the data scientists, they hire from the Asian countries. So yes, India is a very good market for data scientists. Trust me, it is. And there are second thing is like why data science? Because it just demands the entry level education, like any bachelor's degree, guys, any bachelor's degree. You don't have to be like a software developer. You have to be a technical person. You have to be an engineer. Bullshit, nothing. Just that if they demand any bachelor's degree. I have colleagues, few are from, few are like from commerce background. I have few colleagues. They did their law, I suppose. Also, I remember there was this guy. I was doing my training. He was an MBBS doctor, but he was studying this data science, so he can use this data science practice in his medical field. So they don't demand you that you should be a engineer, or like, or from a very, it's a particular dedicated background. No, any general bachelor's degree will do. You have the degree, then you are fit. You are fit. You go, you explore technology, you learn data science, and enter the market, search for the jobs, and definitely you go based on your skill sets. One more thing, why data scientists? Because they require very minimum skills. Like what minimum skills? Like basic computer skills, which I think most of the people do have. They do have, and even if they don't have, they can learn, they acquire. Then communication skills. Yes, communication skills does matter, and that's why I highlight. Work on your English speaking skills, guys. That will help you. Nothing, no other language is gonna help you. Taking pride, and that, like we can say, mother tongue and all. It's all useless, guys. It's all useless. Work on your communication skills. You have many open source, learning platforms available on YouTube. You can take help from Dr. Kiran, Dr. Ajay from SARA Institute, but work on your English. Again, I'm repeating the same thing, emphasizing the same thing, because I know being one, I'm here. I'm very comfortably speaking English with you. It does give me a confidence. It gives me a confidence to speak. Why? Because like I can speak, I can express myself in English, and I can speak to any person in the entire world. I'm that confident, and that confidence I got from my English speaking skills. So, based on my personal experiences, I'm highlighting these things. Next is unique, some logical thinking, some problem solving skills, and some mathematical skills. Mathematical skills, I would say the basic statistic skills, which is very interesting, and yes, you can explore that. Again, then why data science? I gave you already any number of reasons why data science and how you can chase that. And with all these openings, I think, and with all these opportunities, and what world is going to, the requirement is going to multiply. Obviously, it's gonna multiply with different names. Obviously, now data scientist has. I won't go much deeper into this, but like they have multiple branches for data scientist, data engineer, this, that. They will they will keep. We can say the network. They will keep branching out. Data science will keep branching out, and based on that, even the requirements will increase like anything. The market is. Um, I was it was a case from last week. I was conducting interviews for my company, and we were exhausted because requirement is too much for data science, but we don't have good candidates. We literally don't have candidates. My HR clearly told me that the market is exhausting, and this is what it is. This is the market for data science, and this thing will increase. Like I can say, what world is going now into till 2040. The requirement will buzz like anything. So keeping these things in mind, and entering this mainstream, will be a good option. Obviously, it will be best decision guys will be making. If you give 1 year of your life, 1 year, of I can say your time, committed to this, getting the basics, the traditional methods, and the basics of data science from SARA. So once you get this, you receive this, and you gain the confidence, then there are so many. One more reason why data science, there are so many open source, materials available on YouTube, on different platforms, which are more than enough. You don't even have to spend, money on this. I don't know why people spend lakhs of this. You don't even have to do that. This is the best. I think this is the you don't have to spend money on something which will make you help you earn lakhs in future. So you are learning that for free. We are born in the time of of these technology where things are very easily accessible to us. We should make use of this. We should take advantage of this era, of this technology, and keep learning and keep evolving, keep learning and understanding things and technology, and make use of this. As I told about, I gave you. Okay, I was saying something about Nilesh. Okay, I'm sorry. I just left the story. You know. So what about Nilesh is that, as I told you, I was more interested in the English thing, and he started reading, started learning English, and then what happened? Somehow he managed, being poor, and he was living in a slum. So I don't know, that guy somewhere managed a broken chair and a second-hand laptop. Somehow he got that, and he started practicing coding, and then later he there is a website called BAWS. Baba Saheb Ambedkar writings and speeches. So they gave him opportunity to freelance. So he just did some volunteer work, taking care of that website, coding for them, and he gained a lot of experience. So now that guy, he got a job opportunity in a startup. So it was very overwhelming. A guy just with passions and dedication, learning, self-learning, learning English, learning this coding thing, working voluntarily, and never thought that now he'll be joining a firm as a software engineer. So Education, you know, as I say, I use this multiple times. Again, I'm saying that education is the only wealth we have. We just have to know how to encash it, and we should encash that. So there are many open source like materials available, in the market. So I think we should make use of that. So one more best reason I'm giving you why data science, because everything you can learn for free. Whatever technology people are working till now, be it like we can say the traditional data science is here and the current technology is here. For every step, you have material available. It's just up to you how you grasp it, how you catch it, and how you make good use of it. So it's just on you what you want to do with your life and what you want to do with your career. But being a person from the community, and I would always love my person to see my people to see. I'm really not. I'm very careless or very bothered about other people. But when it comes to my people, people from SST community, I think they should lead in every way possible, be it science, be it technology, be it medical field, be it government field, whatever. But I think I want to see my people outstanding and outperforming in every single thing, which is my dream, and which that is what makes me happy. And that is the reason, I'm emphasizing. I can't speak for other professions, of course, so I can do that for me, and I can help people who are learning data science, obviously, directly, indirectly. I can help my people, so I'm here to help you. There are people like me. There are many people like me, from the community, who are dedicated and who want to pay back to society, to funding the education or guiding the people, be it by coding, resume building. I help a lot. I have a very good idea. As I take the interviews, right, I know what data science is all about. So I keep on helping our people how to crack the interviews, how to build a very simple but very attractive this a resume, how to keep it very straightforward and very abstract also. So there are many reasons why I said data scientists, rule the world. Last thing I want to say, our people do not lack merit. Our people do lack the opportunities, and obviously these opportunities we are deprived. We are deprived. Our parents were deprived. Their parents were deprived due to since generations. Many reasons we can say, due to this casteism, and okay, I won't pull that things. But I think we should, as Baba Sahib showed us the way, we should fight for ourselves. We are strong enough. Our community people are strong enough. We should find our own ways. We should generate opportunities for ourselves. We should help our people. Like for if um what we can say, like for me, for like if I'm here, I'm somewhere. So it's my moral responsibility. I would say not moral, I would say my social responsibility, to fool the people where I am, for the upcoming generations or the people who are into this thing. In whatever way possible, referring jobs from them, guiding them to this thing, telling them how the opportunities are and how things work and where the things are leading, where the world is going, where the technology is going, and why we should be part of this. We should think high. We should never aim low. We should always think that, because after all, it's our thought. Buddha says, a person is what his mind is actually. So if you are feeding your thoughts, with your mind with beautiful thoughts, with good thoughts, with good aim that I want to achieve this and this in my definitely be it sooner or later you will success. And after all, we are here, I'm here, Sarah is here. There are many people like us in the community, like who we keep on networking and helping each other out of this. So that's all about that's all I have for Sarah, and that's all I have for the people. So I think I don't know if it is motivating enough, or like I just expressed my thing and what I'm expecting out of my people, and what what our people should do, what can lead them to a very good life, a very good future, and how they can help others, and just making a change. I am helping someone from the society, from the community, not society. Yes, I emphasized on community, SC community, how I am pulling our people out of this agony, and how that person is pulling another person out of the agony, be it their friends, their siblings, their next generation, whoever it is. Because when it comes to help, and networking, we don't see if that person is known, unknown, friend, blah blah. Even if unknown, we keep on helping, we keep on contributing in the way we can, and this is how we have to build that network for our people, for the SC people, to help us, to hold hands of each other and to pull each other out of this agony and have a better life for us and for the coming generations. Thank you so much, and I wish Sarah much success. Thank you, Dr. Kiran. Thank you, Dr. Ajay.
Thank you so much. And yes, we would like to clap for you. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Neha. And it was wonderful listening to you. So I have a few questions. Yes, definitely. But first of all, we would like to, because now we are only two people in the team of SARA. So on behalf of SARA team, we would like to thank you, okay, for
And your
your.
lecture is very much motivating to us, and as well as all the
Thanks,
students.
Dr. Kiran.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
for the record, and we will keep it on the video when we will upload this. We tried to do a live stream, but due
Yeah.
because as we have a limited funds, and we do not have the paid version of the Zoom, we could not do it. So live streaming. So that is the one of the biggest struggle, and I think Neha will be agreeing with me. Ki our community and people still do not fund. First of all, our community people do not go for their own ventures. That is the first thing. They are what struggle I'm finding here as a teacher is students are very restricted just to the government jobs. Especially, I'm facing
Yeah.
this issue in Haryana, and maybe it is very similar in
Mm.
Maharashtra as well. So it is a huge task or humongous task to convince them, okay, man, please think beyond the government job. I'm not saying don't do it. If you get it, very good. But how long you want to prepare it? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. I've seen people are preparing from 8 years, and without any other plan. So I think just preparing for a government job for 8 years doesn't sound like a good plan to me. And I really, so I'm trying to emphasize 2 points. Number one, what I'm trying to do, what Neha is trying to do, what Dr. Kiran is trying to do here is to send a message to SC/ST community that there are better opportunities like data science, AI, or maybe something else in the tech, but please just do not wait for a government job. If you get, it's good. But if you do not get, don't just wait for it. And second thing, uh, not only just the private job, our people should also come more and more towards their own ventures. Like I think we were talking some time back about the Dolly Chai wala. Why not? We can have many people like this from the community because we have the originality in our thoughts, in our actions, in our practices. And if community will support us and we believe in our dreams, definitely we can create, wonderful ventures. And one of that belief is SARA also. Like we both of us believed, and some of our friends like Neha believed in us. Yes, our belief is right, and we should promote data science in the community students. And in that journey, we finished first year, and very happy listening to Ms. Neha. And thank you so much for your time. And now let's have some questions. So I have the first question. You mentioned that your HR is saying that there is no good candidate. So what do you mean by good candidate when you are looking for a data scientist?
By good candidates, I would say they're looking for some upcoming like technologies, right? So because if we have a huge client, a big client, right? They're expecting for some certain technologies, like we discussed in the morning, like some LLM technology. People are more into GPT, right? Chat GPTs. Yes. So, but that is a later part. That is a later part. For that, we have to cover the basics of data science, the traditional methods of the foundation of the data science.
Okay. And now then second question is, which I often get from the students, ki, sir, I am not from statistics. Sir, I am not from computer science. So am I still be able to work as a data scientist? So what do you say to those students? What will be your answer to them?
That I also captured, like mentioned in my speech. I don't think that way. I've seen my colleagues, they're from commerce background. One of my colleagues, he is into data science after completing his law LLB. He did his master's in LLM, and then he switched to the data science. One of my colleagues, Manu Bharadwaj, she is a commerce, she is from commerce background, and she's just graduate. She's not even postgraduate. So I also mentioned, there is this guy, he was a MBBS doctor, and plus he want to fetch data science. He want to use data science in his field, in his medical field. That's the reason he was learning data science. So don't think that way. No, no, no. What matters is the skills you have, like how good you are with your coding skills, what skills you have, which is not a rocket science. You practice it for 2 months, 3 months, you are good with that. So don't that's like bullshit. I don't think that way. It's just some myth that you have to be engineer or you have to have maths. No, the statistics is like what you need.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for this beautiful lecture and good information for our students to motivate the students. Thank you.
Thank you. I should be thanking you, Dr. Kiran and Dr. Ajay, for this beautiful initiative called SARA and for thinking, to educate people. And this is the best way you can, one can pay back to society. So I'm thankful to you from the entire community.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.